Welcome back to 2077. Let's talk plot. I hate it. But it's a little more complicated than that because there are two plots in this game. Maybe not. Maybe I'm mistaking something. I don't have any insider information, but the way that the characters are structured clearly shows that they are part of a different plot. A plot that the game designers came up with when they were young and energetic and inspired. At least, seems pretty clear to me. And then Keanu Reeves signed on board, and they realized they could just sell his face, and so he became the main character. And the plot took a nosedive. Do I think that the game would be better if they followed what I see in my head as the original plot? No, I think they switched to the Johnny Silverhand plot specifically because they couldn't make the original plot work. Probably a lack of resources. But let's talk about that plot. Let's talk about the plot we didn't get. Or at least what I see as the plot we didn't get. Because, as I said, it could be an illusion. I could be putting something together that's not actually there, but it seems pretty obvious to me. The thing that makes a Cyberpunk tabletop game unique, as compared to its Shadowrun-like contemporaries, is that it's very slapdash. Shadowrun is about careful planning. It's about contingencies and trying to figure out how to do things with the least risk, coming up with clever intrusion ideas. Now, Cyberpunk does have some of that stuff, but it's explicitly about acting, about going out and doing stuff, because that's what they consider fun. This is explicit. They write it out in the rules. They're like, oh yeah, this is not a game about sitting on your ass all day. This is a game about going out and doing stuff. And if you get in trouble and if you die, that's life. That's death. Become a legend. Die. Clearly, the devs of 2077 thought this was worth thinking about because this is the heart of their original plot. And I say that in a very meaningful way. This idea of living fast, of taking action and dying young, that is an emotional core. It is not a plot point. It's a theme around which all the plot points rotate. And we can see that this is happening based on the characters that didn't get completely rewritten. Jackie is one such character. Jackie is your best friend. You immediately meet him and he's immediately on your side, super friendly, trusts you completely, and he won't stop talking about how he wants to take action, become a legend, and die young. He goes to the bar and he's like, oh, all the legends came to this bar. All the people here, all the famous people slept right here on this stool in their own vomit. Let's order a Johnny Silverhand. That's the special drink that he had, and it's named after him because he became a legend and died young. I'm going to do that. I'm going to have my drink here if I ever order anything besides other people's drinks. And it's like, yeah, I feel bad about talking to my mom because I'm telling her everything's all right, but I plan to go out and become a legend and then die. I'm not going back to the barrio, man. No matter what, even if I have to die, I'm going to take action and not go back. It couldn't be more explicit, right? He's obviously about that concept. So is Dex. Dex is about that concept not because he believes in it, but because runners are much easier to handle if they're happy to run off into hails of bullets and not take risks and die young. It's fine. Hey, you want to be a legend, right? Well, here's your chance. This half-assed thing I put together, and I'll pay you a pittance. Go do it. And if you die, you die. At least you'll be a legend, right? This is something that I think the player character is supposed to be on board with. I think the player character is supposed to want to do the same things. Supposed to buy into the rockstar lifestyle. I want to become a legend. We'll live fast. We'll burn out. Better to burn out than to fade away, right? Let's go. Let's do the Highlander. Let's go. And then Jackie dies on a stupid mission, on an ill-planned, bad idea mission. Everybody dies. All your friends, all your acquaintances, they're all dead, and for nothing. They didn't become legends, they didn't accomplish anything, they just died. and your dreams turn to ashes. But you can't just leave. You'd stop running if you could, but you have to prove your innocence because they think you killed the Emperor. If you try to go to ground, they'll hunt you down. If you try and leave the city, they'll catch you. You've got to go on missions to try and figure out what's going on, to uncover the truth, to clear your name. It has nothing to do with, wanting to do the right thing or becoming a legend or even dying young. It's something that you have to do or you will die. They'll kill you. But as you go in there and you uncover more and more dirty secrets and nasty truths, and you have to decide whether or not you're willing to take action on those things that aren't explicitly about clearing your name, you start to realize that the point never was to just become a legend. The point was to do something important enough that people think it's legendary. The point is to leave a mark, a profound mark, so that people will be inspired forever. The evidence supporting this arc is everywhere in this game. For example, Johnny Silverhands, who's a rockstar terrorist, right? Forget about what he is in the final cut of the game. Think about what he is in the original, in the actual books, right? He's already a rockstar. He doesn't need any more legend. He went out to do something that he thought was important, to accomplish something that he thought needed to be accomplished. And in the process, he became a legend. And so, yeah, you're like, I really want to become a legend. Oh, no, shit, that dream was dumb. What the fuck am I thinking? And then Johnny Silverhand shows up and goes, yeah, it's not about being a legend. I've been a legend twice. I was a legend as a rock star and a legend as a terrorist. And now I'm some kind of AI that you meet for half an hour in the middle of the game and no more. It's not about the legend stuff. It's about what you do. And if people think what you do is legendary, then maybe you did the right thing. Similarly, we can see Judy. Judy is the BD hacker that you see pretty early on in the game. She teaches you what a BD is. And you notice that she is the exact opposite of that gung-ho feeling. She's like, these are very terrible ideas that you're having. You shouldn't go on this run. Both of you shouldn't go on this run because you're all going to die. Wait, there's more of you? Holy shit. The 6 of you shouldn't go on this run. You're all going to die. Just don't do this dumb shit. There's no point in becoming a legend. There's no point in taking actions. Stay down. Stay low. The nail that sticks out gets hammered down. And she's the person that you go to when all your friends die. She's the only person you know that's still alive. So of course you go to her, and she's like, yeah, see? Let's do this the sly way for a while. And then in the process, you start to pull her out of her shell. You start to pull her out of her defenses so that she's not like, nothing, don't do anything. I'm in the background, I'm not doing anything, just living my life. And then she realizes, oh shit, I gotta take some actions. I gotta do some stuff that actually matters. Oh crap, I can't just ignore this. And see, that's the same arc. It's an echo of your own arc. And Panam has the same sort of thing. She wants the same sort of thing that Jackie wants. She's like, my shit got stolen. I'm going to go and get my shit back, and I'm going to kill every single one of those motherfuckers, and they're going to fear my name whenever they even think about the color of my goddamn car. They're going to fucking faint. And then she's like, oh, fuck. I screwed it all up. Everybody's in danger because of me. We got to reel that back. We got to focus not on becoming a legend for the sake of being a legend, not becoming a legend out of greed. We got to focus on doing the right thing. And in the process, we learn that that's what makes you into a legend. When Panam saves her nomad friends, her nomad group, and becomes their legendary pseudo-leader or whatever, that is the same kind of arc. And you can see this repeated over and over and over in each of the characters, most of the characters anyway. They're clearly part of this overall theme of you realizing what this is all about. And yeah, your friends died, Jackie died, all these people die. You're even talking to a ghost for exactly half an hour in the middle of the game and no longer. And even he is dead, but their ideals live on in you. The things they tried to do or did live on in you. And at the end of the game, when you die, because that's how these games have to end, your legend isn't about the fact that you deserve to be legendary. It's about the fact that you did something. You did something that people will remember forever, that will inspire them forever. It wasn't the fact that you became legendary that matters. It's the fact that you acted. That's what I see in the original version of this plot. All of the pieces seem to clearly indicate that this was how the game was originally intended to flow. I wish we'd gotten that plot. And maybe I'm thinking too deeply. Maybe I'm seeing things that aren't there. But if so, they really accidentally hit on some really good seams of content. This classic structure, right? Oh, the hero is here. Yeah, let's do hero stuff. Call to adventure. Woo, doo, doo, doo. Oh, shit. Things just went horribly wrong. I'm at my low point. Oh, and I build it back up. Build it back up. Build it back up. Oh, yeah, we're here again. Triumph is ours. Classic hero cycle. And it seems obvious that that's the way that you would want to build this kind of plot. The number of ways this is sabotaged by the late game editions, the late stage editions of Keanu Reeves, a lot of stuff just does not work out. All of the various emotional beats are sabotaged either by Keanu Reeves or by continuous phone calls from other people. You're not allowed to dwell on those ashes in your mouth because Keanu Reeves shows up and he punches you in the head a lot and he makes you play as a rock star for half an hour, even though there's no reason to do that. And it's like ruining the flow of that emotional core. Similarly, the idea that you have a brain chip in your head that's killing you, I don't think that... See, there's something to that, but there's also something dangerous about that. Because if you tell the player that they are stuck doing these missions, they can't run away because everybody thinks they killed an emperor, then it doesn't make any sense to also tell them that they're dying anyway. Like, if I lay low, they'll catch me and they'll kill me, maybe up to 2 hours before my brain dies. That's a serious flaw in how our character would work. It pushes us into a reactive role, but after having set up the fact that our active role is the critical momentum of the plot. So it's like this choice that we make to go out and do these things to save our own life is the thing that powers our whole emotional arc. Oh wait, here's a reason that makes it so that all that bullshit doesn't matter. Now, obviously, having a narrative time limit, a ticking time bomb in your head, does have some merit to it. And you could be trying to do shadow runs to just save your own life by removing this shit from your head. In which case, that's fine. Instead of being, run to the ground for killing the Emperor, you've got a ticking time bomb in your head and you're desperately trying to find people to remove it. But that doesn't really lend itself to shadow runs when you think about it. Yeah, the Emperor, you killed the Emperor, or at least everybody thinks you did. Those are shadow runs, because that's like, okay, well, we gotta go and we gotta get the security footage. We gotta go and we gotta find out why this was set up like that. We gotta go and we gotta convince the Japanese bodyguard that this stuff is what happened. It wasn't us. Instead of him just flipping on a dime in the middle of a cutscene. Those are runs. On the other hand, we've got to go to the hospital and have them scan our head. That's not a run. That's a doctor visit. Oh, but it's like a super secret chip, or who cares? It's not nearly as compelling as the other option. But now we're getting into details. We're getting out into the weeds. The point here is there are a lot of elements here that are really compelling. There are a lot of ideas here. There's an emotional core that I can see here, and it just didn't come forward. And I don't know exactly why. I don't have any secret insights into the team's, ongoing strifes. But I really wish we could have gotten the imaginary game that we can see in our head. Obviously, I wish we would have gotten that imaginary ideal game. It's fun to think about, though, isn't it? Have a good one.